It's my pleasure to welcome everyone here this afternoon for what is truly a historic day in the life of both the institution as well as the athletic department. What I'd like to do is to set my comments within the stage of strategic planning here at East Tennessee State University. And I would ask you to come back with me to the year 2012. In 2012, the institution, under the leadership of Mr. Jeremy Ross, embarked upon a strategic visioning process, a process in which the community as a whole dreams of the institution as we celebrated our 125th anniversary. The institution formed committees across a variety of areas, one of which related to athletics. And within that committee, a group of community leaders, faculty members, and alumni began to dream a vision for the institution 25 years from that point in time. And as we as a university were looking for someone to help us through that process, we reached out to one Dr. Richard Sander to serve as our consultant. Dr. Sander helped to build that vision. And during the course of that process, I'll never forget a conversation that I placed to him. I was standing near the carillon, and I called Doc and said, Dr. Sander, do you know anyone who has these characteristics? And he said, well, Dr. Nolan, are you asking me to be the athletic director? And I said, well, yes, sir, I'm asking you to be the athletic director. Now, fast forward 4.5 years. During that time period, we've witnessed the return to the Southern Conference. We've witnessed the rebirth of football and marching band. We've witnessed success on and off the playing field that surpasses any compressed period of time in the history of our university. If you look back at the success that our student athletes had last year, both in terms of the conference championships, the NCAA tournament appearances, but more importantly, the success in the classroom, I think the things that this athletic department experienced during 2016-17 created a year for the ages. And we were in that position because of the leadership of Dr. Sander and his team. But today, as we look forward to the institution, it's a day in which we begin to turn a page as a university. But before we turn that page, I just want to take a moment to thank Dr. Sander for his leadership and to thank Dr. Sander for doing what he does best. He said earlier today that he may be not the best at many things, but he has a keen eye for talent. And from the hires that he's made in the coaching area to the hires that he's made in preparing the next generation of leader at this institution, I just would like to take a moment to thank Dr. Sander for the leadership that he's provided to our university for the past 4.5 years. And with that, I'd like to welcome Dr. Sander to the stage.
Thanks, Dr. Nolan. I guess 4.5 years ago, Dr. Nolan and I got together, and we had a strategic plan that we'd get to this time in this state, that we would have somebody to really take this program and lead it to the next, the next iteration of success. And so we had to get to where we are today. But this is clearly a bittersweet day for me. I've been extremely fortunate to have been given the opportunity to not only lead this athletic department, but also plot the course. What makes this situation even that much more special is the relationship that I've been able to develop with Brian Nolan. To build a relationship where you're on the same page and you have this implicit trust that everything that you do will be supported. I've just been very lucky to have that relationship, and Dr. Nolan is a great leader. You've seen what he's done here at ETSU. But over the last 4.5 years, there have been a significant amount of change in ETSU athletics. And the thing I'm most proud of is that we've been able to develop a culture of success. And this culture really is based on our mantra, excellence every day. And excellence every day is not a slogan, it's a way of life in the athletic department. Every one of our coaches, every one of our administrative staff, they believe in it. They have committed to it. And that's why we've had the success that, Dr. Nolan alluded to. I am really proud of a lot of things, and starting football, to do that and, have Coach Fulmer here, it has been such an impactful decision that the university made, that Dr. Nolan made, and to be able to be a part of that has really been something. And like Dr. Nolan said, hiring great coaches, I think, like I say, I really can't do much. I'm not good at anything except hiring good people and letting them do what they do. But to hire Carl, hire Brittany, to hire Bo, to hire Steve, to hire Martin, to hire Joe. Those are people that, are going to lead this program for years and years and have really made a difference in this community. Of building the brand, when we changed our logo, when we changed our images, that was something I think really had an impact on the university. When you go out you go to Food City or you go to a restaurant and you see our E there, and the other day, it's kind of funny. I went to the mall and I just did my own personal research project. And Dr. Johnson, I don't know if it had any validity, but I did my own research project and I counted the number of people that had ETSU branded gear on, the people that had Tennessee branded logos and gear on, and ETSU won 11-4. I don't think 4.5 years ago that would have been the case. So that makes me very proud. The 8 conference championships that we won this past year, a tribute to our coaches and our student athletes for buying in, of kind of working with Dr. Nolan to build this football stadium. Conceptually, Dr. Nolan asked me to go around and look at different stadiums across the country and come up with a concept. I took him over to UNC Charlotte, and we kind of used that as the basis, but then we kind of came together and formed the rest of it. And if you haven't been there, you need to be there. It's something special. It's a tremendous facility. He asked me to develop a strategic plan for the athletic department that would fit in with the university's strategic plan. So we did that. We got our people, our coaches, our fans, everybody to buy into that. Moving to Freedom Hall, that was a big risk for us. There's no question about that, because played in the Dome, and that was kind of the traditional thing. But by moving to Freedom Hall, it allowed us to open up the Dome and make it a really useful facility. And then to get the city, the city leadership. I saw Pete Peterson here, and for Pete to make the kind of commitment he did, to spend $13 million, and now we have the best basketball venue in the SoCon. For our women's program to move into Brooks and, do the things. If you haven't been in Brooks, we're doing major renovation in there. It's going to be a great facility for that. I've been very fortunate to hire talented administrative staff. We have great staff now. People work hard. You don't know how hard these guys work, Scott and Matt and Joanne and Mike and just the whole staff. I don't want to leave anybody out. Mac and Kay and, those people, they just, they really believe. They really, really believe, and they believe in this institution and this program. We've been able to create a lot of excitement in the community. I think, you go to our games and you see the people there and they're having fun, they're enjoying it, and just to be out in the general public to hear people talk about what we've been able to do, that's really been, that's really made me feel good about, really being able to engage those folks and getting our alumni, getting, our current students to be involved, so all of that has been really good. But most important of all to me is to see our student athletes have success in the classroom, in the playing field, and basically in life. And when you see them do that, then all the time and effort and work that we put in really makes a difference, and you feel that, all that is really worth it. Without question, we've assembled, a talented leadership team that have been a huge part of our success, and moving moving forward, under Scott's leadership, I know we're going to have an incredible amount of success. I've been so fortunate to work with Scott for 3 years, and he's a great guy. He's passionate about ETSU, and he's going to take this program to a level that nobody can ever imagine. So I'm really thrilled that you're going to be the guy to do this. I'm extremely blessed and totally understand how ETSU, my wonderful coaches and staff, our great student athletes, and so many people in the region have so positively affected my life. When Dr. Olin asked me to come to Johnson City for what I thought might be a month, I never thought I would be part of what we have built over the last four years. More importantly, I never thought I would be so fortunate to have met so many people who have had an impact on my life. Brian Nolan, Thank you for empowering me to build a winning culture throughout the department, supporting me in my strategic decisions, and trusting me to be the steward of your vision for ETSU athletics. Go Bucks.
So, Dr. Sander, in a little bit of lightness, Doc mentioned that he's not good at many things. Clearly, he let the cat out of the bag, because that was supposed to be my line, Doc. But I want to take a moment to talk about Scott Carter. I have had the honor to work with Scott for more than 3 years. And I mentioned this earlier today when I talked to the coaches. Several years ago, I was in Sevierville at a funeral, and there was a gentleman who was in front of me in that funeral. It was for a member of David Ogle's family, and it was Scott. And on the way back to campus, I called Jeremy Ross, and I said, Jeremy, we have to figure out a way to get this young man to campus because he has it. There's something about him that's special. And what I found is that the things about Scott that are special are the things that make this region special, and they're the things that Dr. Sander exemplified. It's family. This just isn't a university, it's a community. It's a community focused on making a difference in the lives of the people of the region, but it's a community focused on family. Scott's one of us. He's an alum. He played for the Bucks. It's something to see an individual's dreams come true. And Scott, if you and your family, if Kristen, if Mia, and if Kate could please join me, we've got a couple of things for you all. And ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome the next athletic director of East Tennessee State University to the stage, Mr. Scott Carter.
How about them Bucks? Wrote a bunch, probably won't look at it. God is good.
All the time.
I've loved this place for more than half my life. I loved it enough to leave where you were at, Coach Wilmer. It was a big deal to me, to us, to our family, because of this place, because of these two gentlemen's vision and leadership and trust. A dream is coming true today. You too need to know anything you dream can happen. Anything. Kristen, I love you so much. Thank you for everything. I think it's 21 years. You deserve a medal. The flowers are really pretty. Thank you for that. You deserve a medal, and I'm so thankful for you and for dreaming this with me. Mom, Dad, everything I've ever wanted, you've supported. This doesn't just happen for anybody. No matter what you want in your life, you never get there without people that love you and nurture you, and you did that with everything my entire life. Thank you so much for that, for being here. Kathy and Mark, thank you for coming into my life and welcoming me, even though I went to the rival high school years ago. Thank you for trusting us on this journey when we took the grandbabies away 3.5 years ago. But for them to know their dreams can come true, I think it's very, very special. There are so many people that I have been blessed to work with that have meant something to me in my life. Many of you are here. The whole room is filled with people that I care about and that I'm not worthy of your care and your love. But you have loved me, supported our family, welcomed us back to this town. That means so much to us. This is not another school. It's our school. Other people got theirs, but this is ours. They know that, believe that. To our coaches that are in the room, and if they're not here today, you all have bought in wholeheartedly to Dr. Sanders' vision of excellence every day. And he's right. It is being lived out every single day. And you've got the greatest job on the planet. You get to be a figure in lives of incredibly impressionable young people that you handpick to be a part of this family, to shape them, wearing our colors, to ultimately walk across that stage and receive their degree, make themselves better every day, hopefully along the way win championships, in some cases like mine, find their mate, and get on with the rest of their life as a Buck. Coaches, you've got the greatest job there is. It's a pleasure to work with every one of you. Our staff, as Dr. Sanders said, is incredible. The hours they put in, the love, the passion, the energy that they put into this place is immeasurable. And if you haven't seen it, I invite you to just show up and you'll see it. Every single one of them cares and loves deeply about this place. We're just going to continue what's been going on. We're going to build on the foundation that's been laid by the vision of both Dr. Sanders and Dr. Nolan. I'm so excited about that. Our student athletes, it's the best time of your life. And you hear people tell you that. I don't know if any of them are here, but if they get to watch this or see this or hear me say it a million times, seize the opportunity to be a Buck. Don't ever take a day off. Listen to your coaches. Know that they love you. Know that they care about you. Know you've got the greatest president around. And what he says, he means. And is a living example every day around this campus, loving his students all the way across the stage. From the time they're 18 and show up here on preview later this week to the time they walk across the stage, he loves every one of them. We happen to be blessed to be in athletics and be what is the front porch of the university. That's a great responsibility. So our student athletes seize that moment, embrace that moment, and know we're here for you to make you better every single day. To our alumni and friends and people, anybody in the region that can hear this, if we haven't already, we're going to ask you to love the Bucks. That shows up in a lot of ways. We got a brand new beautiful stadium that opens up in 11 days. We got a beautiful Freedom Hall that's packed to the rafters every time. We've got Brooks Gym. We've got Thomas Stadium. We've got all these beautiful facilities that weren't here years ago. Now they are. Buy a ticket. We're asking you to love us. Embrace your university. Be proud of it. Buy a ticket. Make a gift. Show up and give us a chance to make you proud. That is the greatest privilege that all of us have. As we conduct ourselves, as we recruit student athletes, as we give everything we possibly can in our efforts on the playing field, ultimately leading up to getting a degree, that's what this place is all about. It's a privilege to have the opportunity to work every day to make everybody proud. And I want to make just a quick promise and get off and hug a lot of people that I love dearly. I promise, and I guarantee you, all of our staff, anybody that wears our E promises, their passion, their energy, their dedication, and their loyalty. Because if you can hear my voice right now and you care about us, you deserve nothing less. Go Bucks. Thank you very much.
Clearly, you can see we have an individual who not only lives and breathes the value of this institution, but whose family is one of ours. And on behalf of the ETSU family, I say congratulations. To everyone gathered today, I thank you for being a part of this process. And in the months to come, we will continue to move through a smooth transition. That transition will occur through the month of September, and we will position the institution so just as we had a smooth transition when Dr. Stanton handed the baton to me a number of years ago, we'll do likewise. For those of you who know Dr. Stanton, it's no secret that over the course of the past 5 years, he has helped my office on a number of strategic initiatives. The most important initiative that we've launched is the Arts Initiative. Who chaired that? Dr. Paul Stanton. Dr. Sander will continue to be involved and engaged at the institution. I joked a little earlier today, he's probably the only athletic director in the country who taught two doctoral courses per semester while he was the AD, and Dr. Sander will become a member of the faculty at the university effective this fall. But on behalf of the entire ETSU family, we extend our congratulations and heartfelt good job to Scott and to his family. And the doors are now opening behind us for a reception. We look forward to seeing everyone next weekend as we open the stadium, root on the Bucks to a victory. Godspeed to everybody, and go Bucks.
All along, that was kind of our plan, is I'd be here for a while and we'd identify somebody to take my place because, I'd done this for 25 years at another university, and, it was just, it was kind of building this to get to this point and allow somebody to come in and take it to the next level. I think we've accomplished a lot. Like you said, the football stadium, the move to Freedom Hall, the successes, 8 Southern Conference championships, the starting of football, all those things, have been tremendous. But now, I think everything is just really solid. It's really in good shape. So I think you always want to kind of step away when, things are in a good position and allow that next person to have those successes and build on what you've had. The energy and the enthusiasm in the community is just unbelievable.
It had been a dream. It's something you think about. And I told my daughters a moment ago, dream as big as you want because they do come true. And this is a manifestation of that day. To get to do it at your alma mater, words can't really put in and describe what that means. There are so many great schools across this country, and they've got wonderful athletic directors. To be trusted with this opportunity here, I have a genuine passion and love for this school that educated me and I had the privilege of playing for. So it's all legitimate, genuine passion that you're hearing in my voice, and I'm so thankful that Dr. Sander, Dr. Nolan have entrusted me with the future, and we can't wait for what lies ahead, but so thankful for their leadership.